Hi, here I am. So I've already filmed a look. I'm gonna go get you a screenshot of the look that I already did, and it's already posted on TikTok. But I'm realizing that, okay, so what I could do is, I know a lot of y'all don't have TikTok, totally get it. So what I'm gonna do is for these particular tutorials, or like if I have a longer video, like we did the MAC lip liners last week on Fridays, every once in a while, I'm not changing up any formats, but I'll just post those clips here on my story so y'all can see them too, because this look was really, really cool. We're gonna use this palette again. This is the palette that I use. We're about to use it right now. But let me just show you the look. So this is the look. Isn't it fun? Oh my goodness, these are so good. So what I have right here are the new ColourPop Stranger Things. They're chrome shadows. They're so good. They're basically just a ton of rainbow sparkles in here. Delightful. Anyways, that's where we're at. So I'll post this on Friday. Now, ColourPop sent this over. They sent the entire collection. You know, I don't think I've ever been let down by a ColourPop eyeshadow. I don't think I have. I love their eyeshadows, and the formula is top notch, especially for the price. 11 out of 10. Now, since I did a more spicy look this morning, we'll do something a little bit more tame. We call it Tamer Tuesday. Not tame, because we could still get a little wild, but it's not going to be feral Monday. So this is a really good tip. And it goes for all skin tones, because remember, I have a very cool skin tone. But whenever I want my makeup to have a very warm feel to it, because warm can be very complimenting. It can just look really good on all skin tones or undertones. So whenever I want to start with a really just warm, yummy look, warm bronzy, think of bronze, and bronze just generally looks good on just about every skin tone or undertone. I'm going to start with a warm base. Now I'm not going to go much darker than my skin tone, but as you can see, I'm going much, much warmer. So this is going to kind of lay down our bronze mission because we're on a bronze mission today. I'm just going to grab this end of the D2, coming soon, and we'll just even this out. Eyeshadow bases love a brush like this. They need to be evened out. If they're not evened out with a short, dense bristle, like so, there could be creasing. It's a possibility. We don't want that possibility. Now I'm going to take a little bit of a concealer that is my skin tone. I throw my brush. Don't throw your brush. But I'm going to take this, and this might be a little confusing, but I want to talk about it. So I do put concealer on my eye as a base. I do. But I do not put it where I might have any kind of friction, because eyeshadow base is just designed to kind of withstand friction. That being said, I'm going to take a little bit of my concealer, and I like one that's really close to my skin tone, and I'm just going to kind of melt it into the top part. And the reason why is because we can still put eyeshadow there to set this, but we do not have friction there. And that just kind of continues the blend, and it's going to incorporate my skin tone and undertone to this top part, as you can see. All right, let's hop in. I want to switch to an E28. So I've had a few DMs that y'all want me to always label the brushes, but I feel like I'm really annoying with the brushes since they're mine. So I'm just going to label them. I'm not even going to tag the brand. I don't know, I'll just put what it is. I just never want to be annoying. So I'm going to start with this shade. This is an E28. And I think I'm trying to decide how I want it to be a little bit smoky. So let's kind of press it out here. We'll start with this color. Oof. I love the texture of this palette. It was really fun to do that look. It was really easy for me. And the reason I'm gonna say easy is because the pigments were really easy to work with. And I know they'd be easy for you to work with too, no matter where you're at in your makeup journey. Let's shade a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick it up in the center of the brush, and I'm gonna shade a little bit in here as well. So if it's just in the center, you get a really nice even line without having to really get in here and carve and cut and all of that. I think I'm gonna leave this open and do a little bit of a sneaky little faux halo. I'm not gonna get in and carve for a true halo eye. Oh yeah, that's cute. Nice. So let's use some of this shade. I love a red brown. Maybe we'll do a little bit of a smoky eye. I told you it's semi-tame Tuesday. Let's go under here. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. And then we're just gonna put the black on this part of the lid. Yes. And then we won't put the black here. Very sneaky. Okay, let's just keep building this up right here. Perfect, perfect. Take your time, still using the E28. So I'm gonna switch to an E27. And if you are going to touch black eyeshadow, I recommend the smallest brush in your collection. Listen, black eyeshadow, it opens its little eyeshadow eyes and it says, I wanna cause chaos, okay? In the morning, it gets ready, it does, it stretches, it wants to cause chaos. So to limit that chaos, use the smallest brush in your collection every time you deal with black eyeshadow. So now I'm gonna take that black eyeshadow and place it here. This is fun. Look how that just lifted and shaped my eye. Makeup is so much fun, I just love it. I don't know if y'all know that. So I'm gonna go ahead and connect it. But I'm not gonna have the black come out of the fold. The black is gonna stay on the lid. So I'm gonna take some on this inner part as well. And again, I want it to stay just on the lid. I also want to always remind you that fallout is never a bad thing. Now, I always do my eyes first, but fallout is technique, okay? It doesn't mean that the shadow is awful. It means that what I've done to really intensify the black is I picked up a whole bunch on my little brush here and I was packing. And when you do those motions, you're going to have fallout. So the 2010s, they taught us that fallout meant really, really bad. It just meant that we weren't packing or we didn't understand that we have to do certain techniques. Now let's take some micellar water, and that's all I did is I just cleaned it up underneath here, but let's take some and kind of reshape towards this way. Kind of going at an angle. That's cool. Isn't that cool? Just that little bit of angle. It's little things like that. Major impact. All right, let's grab a little bit of the milk base just so we have something really sticky because I'm gonna use a glittery shadow. Let's just put that there. I'm not going into the black, by the way, just all on that exposed skin. And then we're gonna grab a C30. Okay, got it. And then let's use this shade. I think this will be kind of cool. Alrighty, pick up quite a bit of it. And then we'll just kind of take that at an angle. That's cool, oh yes. But then I don't want it to escape my socket, so I'm gonna start to feather it that way. That's all gonna come off, there you go. So cool. Now I wanna do wing liner. Love this liner, by the way. Love it. This is that dual-ended one, the Beetlejuice one. I'm just gonna use the black side, but I really love how this comes out. Lasts, applies. I just really like everything about it. Look at that, woo! Delightful. Look at how precise. It's just so good. I have not even cleaned up underneath here. Do you see how sharp that is? I'm telling you, that liner is delightful. It's so good. If you happen to walk by it in Target, I saw it at Target actually, or I definitely saw it at Ulta too. I kind of want to go get more of them. It's just so good. Well, I really untamed today, didn't I? Good gracious, now we're doing a big old fluffy lash. I'm telling y'all, I just love makeup. I can't help it. These are Lily Lashes in Go Getter. That's what we needed right there. That's the level of floof that my makeup heart desired. Nice and grabby. And then once they warm up a little bit more, then I'll shape them. Alrighty, Foundation. I love this foundation so much. I cannot stop using it. I love everything about it. It wears beautifully. It looks beautiful. It does what I want a foundation to do. It's light to medium coverage. So if you're wanting full, this isn't going to be what you're after. But just for an everyday foundation, I just love it. I love it. I didn't expect to love it. It's just not what I expected. It really isn't. I say that, but I usually like drugstore foundations. I really do. So I like this more than all the fancy foundation releases that we've had recently. And I haven't seen really anybody talking about it. Look at the match. Everything about it is just so delightful. I'm going to build it up just a little bit more. It's definitely buildable too, but again, I don't think you could get past medium coverage. But that's perfectly fine with me. There we go. I'm going to put a little bit here because I'm going to clean up in there. And then I'm going to kind of melt my undertone in to the eyeshadow, but we're not there yet. We're getting there. Yep, that's the coverage I'm after because I'm still going to put on my concealer, but I wanted a little bit more on my cheeks. He's on them phone calls, y'all. All right, let me switch brushes. Now I'm going to switch to a C32, and I'm just going to pick up a tiny amount. I already had a little bit there, but I want to melt this. We're going to do color corrector, so let's not really worry about there yet. But this is just one of my favorite things in the whole wide makeup world to do. I just feel that it makes eye makeup just look so melted into the skin instead of kind of, which I like both, but with a look, I mean, look at this difference. It just really just melts everything in. So then it's just kind of sitting with the skin, not just. I'm gonna do a little bit of my favorite corrector. This is Cool Sunrise. It's just a really nice peach, and right now it looks like I have a lot of blue underneath my eyes, and peach is going to correct blue. We learn here. Let's grab our D2, smooth that out. Perfect, perfect. And then I'm gonna hop off because I want to compare Patrick Ta's new Barbie blush. I got this in PR. So I want to do that one compared to the other one. So I thought that'd be fun. So I'll be back in just a second. Actually, let me do a little bit of bronzer. I'll just do a hair bronzer. I don't want to get too bronzy. I will get bronzy. Y'all know how to get out of control with my makeup. But I do want to hop off and film that. I'm just going to smooth these edges with the other end. Okay, now concealer. I'm going to do my 𝗕𝗲𝘂𝘁𝗶𝗹𝘀 concealer. It's a little bit lighter and it's more full coverage than my Natasha Denona, and I think that would be fun today. Yeah, give me that. Yeah. Let's do our C32. Again, this is the concealer brush. That's nice. Look at that coverage. This concealer gives coverage. And you know, with a hack where people were dipping their concealer wands into powder, this is kind of the same idea, but no mess ups. This concealer is that. It has a lot of coverage, and it will dry down and you would barely have to set it. It's really and truly the same theory, but like I said, without any uh-ohs. Now, this is the brush that was out of stock for a very long time, and it is back in stock. I will give you a link for this one, only because last time a lot of people missed. Y'all didn't even know we released it because it sold out so quickly. But this is our sculpting brush, so if you ever want to do any kind of sculpting, cream, contour, cream blush, the way that this applies and lays down because of those bristles is unmatched. It is absolutely delightful. Think of it as a sponge, but doesn't absorb or take away. So that's kind of the theory behind this, because I always found we can all enjoy different things, but that's the fun part about makeup. But for me, sponges would just kind of take away and leave me patchy. This is kind of that shape, that dome, that density, but instead of taking away, it adds and it smooths beautifully. Look at how seamless. I'm telling you, it's delightful, but I also love this bronzer with it. This is the Dominique Cosmetics bronzer. I wear shade Warm Bronze. Whew. You know when you're putting your makeup on and it's just going on so good and then it gives you butterflies? I don't know if y'all have that, but that's what I get when I use this brush and this bronzer. All right, so here we have the blush. This is She's a Doll. And then this is She's a Barbie Doll. So there's definitely a difference in how vivid it is. And that's a good thing. I feel like this is gonna look great on other skin tones as well, because it has more depth than She's a Doll. But you'll see the video. I'll be posting that. Let's set. And also this is a good learning situation, because look at how intense and scary this is right now, right? Once you set it, not only is it gonna lock it in, but it's also gonna take down some of the chaos, the blush chaos. So don't be afraid to go a little bit heavier. Don't be afraid. I want you to be afraid. I'm not afraid. You're not afraid. We're having fun. So I'm going to grab my Mario powder. Let me make sure my under eye is nice and smooth. Everything has ran away. All right, let's go ahead and smooth that out. Nice little tappity tap. All right, got our powder and we set. Sorry, it's cut off then. I'm just gonna keep setting. It's really satisfying to watch. You're also gonna notice a lot of pressing motions here. Makeup likes pressing motions. Put a little extra there. And then let me smooth this out. Been yapping. Okay, cue it up. There we go. Did you notice that I set around the blush and I set under here, and then with the smallest amount, that's what I go over the bronzer with, so I don't change the color. Let's do a little peekaboo waterline. I'm gonna put caramel here in the center, and then we'll do black on the other sides. Delightful. And then, like I said, let's do the black on the outer part. Kind of mimic what we got going on here. Fun. This one's also from Milk Cosmetics. Remember that very first base we used? Let's use that underneath here. Oh yeah, that's fun. We'll grab our fluffy brush. This is the E29. Notice how I flipped it upside down so we can tap it and kind of hug the socket. That just smooths and blends. This is good. So I'm so excited because after this, there's a new coffee shop that opened up like 1 minute away, 2 minutes away from where I live. I'll tag them. Their lattes, listen, I travel, okay? I see a little bit of the world, and I am always trying coffee places. I love to support local. This coffee shop is so good. I am so, I don't want to say picky because I'll drink coffee. I love coffee and I would never be negative, but I know coffee, okay? Their coffee is, it makes me want to be a coffee blogger. It's so good, delightful. So if you live in this area, I'm literally a paying customer, but I love supporting local, so they're amazing. And if you live around here, please go there. I want to do this Fenty lip liner and thugz blush too because I want to put this on. But I'm going to throw that in the video. But you'll see it in just a second. So just a second. Let's get this on. So I did put this on top. It's pretty. I like this formula. It is a little plumping. Let me explain. It's not a stingy, bitey, aggressive one, but there is a little bit of a sting. and it does kind of warm up my mouth a little bit. I don't mind it. I can handle this. And I'm saying all that to say that I don't like intense lip plumpers. I don't want to fill it. So if you don't like that, then you will like this one. I do feel like it adds a little bit of fluff to the lips. I really like the color. So the color is kind of this milky neon pink. Yeah, I'm gonna be using this a lot. All right, that's gonna be it for today. I love you all so much. I'm definitely gonna post tonight and it'll be something helpful. But yeah, I'll see you there in the comments. Love you.